Alright, I'm starting my day, and in the morning I have all of these different exciting ideas, all these thoughts swirling around, and by the afternoon the day's taken over. I've got tasks at work that I have to do. I have responsibilities. I have other things that are grabbing my attention, and in the morning I really want to give my time to the things that are grabbing me in the morning. So things that really matter to me, things that I wish that I could spend more time on, spend more time thinking about. So and now that I'm forcing myself to do it, my mind is just not working. I think it's probably because I have a camera recording, but I have to just like forget about that and just move, right? In front of me are spreadsheets, so I'll probably get into those pretty soon. I'm one of the strange people that actually enjoy spreadsheets. I don't know, I just think software is cool. I think whatever's behind the scenes, the mechanisms, the code, you know, how they work is really cool. And I don't mind spreadsheets. I don't mind software. I just love computers. I love software. I think they're pretty cool, pretty neat stuff. I don't know. I'm weird. But anyway, that is a good segue, I guess, to this device, which is an iPad Pro. This has the newest Apple chip for now, the Apple M4. I got the base model. It's freaking expensive, way more expensive than way more money than I wanted to spend on any piece of technology. I think I actually spent more on this than my laptop computer, because not only do I have the device, I also got the Apple Pencil. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, but it's definitely, it's not needed. So anyways, what I've been doing since I have this device that I spent way too much money on, I've been trying to justify my purchase by making use of it. That means writing in my journal, and I have a physical journal, which is right here, and I have a digital journal. My digital journal is kept on Google Drive, but unfortunately Apple Pencil is not compatible with Google Drive, so I've been using an app called Freeform, and then of course Apple Notes, but mostly Freeform. I think Freeform is probably the best app I found to use with the Apple Pencil. But I digress. That's something else. But what I really wanted to talk about was what I'm reading. I don't read very often. I want to read more. I've been wanting to read more for a long time. But again, life just grabs me and pulls me in all these different directions, and I never get a chance to. So I've been trying to force myself to read. So I've been using this app called Libby. It is provided by my local library, which is really cool. There's a lot of different apps that are provided by my local library. Libby, Hoopla, another really cool one is Press Reader. I've been reading the paper every day. But Libby not only has books and audiobooks, but it has magazines. And instead of browsing YouTube for these different videos, which is cool too, there's some really great YouTube videos out there. Last night I decided to search for magazines, and I found this really cool one. I don't know if it'll focus, but it's called Conversations, or After Dinner Conversations. And they're on the thing, it says on the heading, the title, Philosophy and Ethics short story literary magazines. And that happens to be exactly what I've been really fascinated with, what I've been really gravitating towards in the last month or so, is philosophy, maybe ethics, I think theology. So this was right down my alley. And the first book, the first short story that I read, as you could tell, there's a dragon on the cover. The first story I read is called Hatching Dragons. And, you know, I'm reading this short story, and it's a really cool story, and I don't read very often, so this is like, it was kind of a treat. Like, I had to force my brain to focus on reading, but it was a real treat for my brain to like have this story. And I think what's really cool is at the end there are these discussion questions. Of course, I'm not reading this with anybody. I'm not discussing with anybody except for myself. But I had to really think about these questions because it's asking me, well, this particular story is talking about like a form of terrorism where people are planting like dragon eggs within people's bodies or different places, and the ethics like story is asking you like, hey, when is like activism, when has activism gone too far, I guess. So it was a really cool, like I said, story, really cool, you know, magazine, and again, treat for my brain. So I'm going to try to do this more often. I'm going to try to overcome like all of the things that are grabbing me throughout the day, all of the different requirements, quote unquote requirements of the day, and to force myself to have this time to just think and to write. And I don't have it very often, and when I don't get it in the day, my day is just a bummer, and I feel anxious and stressed out and all the stuff. So I think that's about all I wanted to say. So